You ever feel like you could be great, but something in your head keeps whispering, you're not ready yet? Yeah, that's self doubt. And if you don't learn how to deal with it, it'll quietly ruin everything you're trying to build. Self doubt does not come in loud, it doesn't try to kick down the door. It comes in soft, kind of like your own voice. Maybe I should wait. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe someone else can do it better. And the crazy part is, you start believing it. Self doubt isn't random, it usually comes from three places. First, your past. Things didn't work out before, so now you expect them not to. Second, comparison. You're looking at people who are already ahead and now you feel behind. And third, fear of being seen. Because it's not about failing, it's about failing in front of people. So what do? You hesitate, you stall, and you overthink. And it's not because you're incapable, but because you're unsure. Here's the truth nobody says. Self-doubt isn't the problem, it's listening to it is the problem. Self-doubt will always show up whenever you're about to do something that matters. Every time you try to level up, your mind is going to question you, and that's normal. But what's dangerous is letting that voice make your decision, because now you're not living off of potential, you're living off of fear. But self-doubt doesn't always stop you completely. Sometimes it just slows you down. You take longer to start, you start second guessing everything, you start rethinking, redoing, rewriting, and while you're doing all of that, someone else just goes. Not because they're better, but because they're not stuck in their head. That's the difference. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's action. So how do you deal with self-doubt? You don't wait for it to go away, you just move with it. Because confidence doesn't come first. Action does. Let me say that again. You don't become confident and then start. You start, and that's how confidence is built. Every time you show up despite the doubt, you prove to yourself, I can do this. Not perfectly or flawlessly, but I can do it. If you felt ready, it wouldn't be growth. Growth feels uncomfortable. It feels shaky and it feels unsteady. That's how you know you're actually stepping into something bigger. So if you've been waiting for that moment where everything feels clear, you might be waiting forever. A lot of self-doubt comes from not trusting yourself. You don't trust your decisions and you don't trust your instincts. So you start looking elsewhere. So you keep looking outside for validation, for approval, for confirmation. But here's the thing, the more you trust yourself, the quieter the doubt becomes. Not because it disappears, but because it no longer controls you. Let's clear this up right now. You're not behind. You're just moving at your own pace. Social media will have you thinking you should already be ahead. But you don't see the full story. You don't see the failures and you don't see the struggle. So stop measuring your beginning off of someone else's middle. That alone will cut your self-doubt in half. So the next time self-doubt shows up, don't panic. Pause and ask yourself, is this fear or is this fact? Because most of the time, it's fear. And fear will lie to you. It'll tell you you're not ready. It'll tell you you'll fail. It'll tell you that people are watching and judging you. But none of that is guaranteed. What is guaranteed is if you don't try, nothing changes. You don't need a big breakthrough. You need small wins. Post a video, make the move, send the message, start the project, even if it's not perfect. Because every small action builds momentum, and momentum kills doubt. At the end of the day, self-doubt is just a voice. It's not a fact, it's not your future, it's not your identity, and you don't have to listen to it. You just have to decide that your goal matters more than your fear. So the next time that voice shows up, acknowledge it, but don't obey it, because the life that you're trying to build, it's on the other side of doing it anyway. See you in the next one.